we move on to the last presenter in this session, Pak Hilman Hanif from University of Indonesia. Pak Hilman, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. The time is yours.
Okay, let me share my screen. Okay, hello everyone, good afternoon. Today I want to present my research about job rotation optimization using mixed integer nonlinear programming method to balance operator workload in automotive industry. My name is Hilman Hanif from Universitas Indonesia. First of all, I want to identify the problem. There are 5 main problems that I have found in the research object. The first one is monotonous work, unexamined workload, no job rotation strategy, work assignment problem, and operators complaint. And this problem is common risk factor for musculoskeletal disorder or MSD in manufacturing industry. Therefore, ergonomic approach can lead to significant improvement in worker welfare, prevention of work-related disease, increased job satisfaction, and work productivity. Reducing the risk factor for musculoskeletal disorder of MSD and monotonous work are the main reasons that persuaded the manufacturing industry to implement job rotation in workplace planning. These are the data that show the significant impact of MSD in the manufacturing industry. To solve that problem, we need to balance the workload. Job rotation is used as an organizational approach by manufacturing industries to reduce exposure to high physical and monotonous workload, because job rotation allows the transfer of workload to other muscles and increase the utilization of different body areas to reduce exposure to these factors. The variability of exposure to these risk factors can be opportunity to reduce the risk of work-related MSD. However, the efficiency of a job rotation strategy depends on workload identification, evaluating the level of exposure, and planning the schedule proper job rotations. So we need an ergonomic approach to properly characterize and analyze physical workload in order to develop job rotation strategies. Several studies have integrated various biomechanical parameters such as repetition, posture, force, material handling, and energy consumption into a mathematical model for job rotation. For the method, we are going to use optimization approach to solve the problem, because many models have been developed to identify optimal solutions for minimize worker risk exposure and to achieve a global balance of workload. This following research have proven that linear programming optimization method can be used to optimize job rotation and balance workload according to ergonomic aspects. So, based on the introduction and the background, we can formulate the problem. There are 3 main problems in this research. There are risk factors, workload imbalance, and job rotation problem. The problem is how to balance daily workload between operators of assembly line workstation in the automotive industry by considering the ergonomic aspects. And the objective of this research is to generate a mathematical model for designing job assignment in the optimal order for each operator, and to balance the cumulative daily workload between operators by implementing job rotation using a mathematical model that considers ergonomic aspects. This is the limitation of the research. And the methodology consisting problem identification, data study, data collection, data processing, analysis, and conclusion. For the conceptual model, job rotation model using MINLP or mixed integer nonlinear programming was carried out to minimize the risk exposure of workers involved in repetitive manual tasks by balancing human workloads and reducing ergonomic risk. The objective of this optimization is design an optimal job assignment sequence to balance daily physical workloads on the truck assembly line and minimize MSD risk for workers by considering ergonomic aspects. The aspects of ergonomic in this research is the first one, the consecutive assignment of 2 high workload jobs to a single worker during one day must be prevented. And the second one is the consecutive assignment of 2 jobs with high workload in the same criteria to a single worker during one day also must be prevented. The other consideration is operator capability, because the capability of the worker has factor in the cost and time required if all the operators are required to be skilled with all the jobs. For the novelty, we have found out that workload balance between operators after job rotation is shown by decreasing variation in workload between operators calculated using standard deviations. Calculation of standard deviation is used as a statistical measurement of a workload distribution because it is a unit of measure of variability that shown the dispersion of data. However, previous research developed the job rotation model to minimize the cumulative workload of each operator, which caused complexity in the model. Therefore, this research aimed to develop a novel mathematical programming model for job rotation using MINLP method as an alternative approach in the form of standard deviation minimization to balance and optimize physical workload that consider economic aspects. For data collection, this is the list of all workstations in a truck assembly line in one of Indonesian automotive company. We are going to use 38 workstations. And this is the actual job schedule where we can see that there are 3 rest periods in this schedule. That means the working period in one day can be divided into 4 periods. Operators from one workstation did not change their jobs in one day, which means each operator working at the same workstation in 4 different work periods in a single day. For identifying the workload, we are going to use the ergonomic method, Scania ergonomic standard with a questionnaire. And this method integrates 20 ergonomics parameters based on 5 categories of work posture, ergonomic consumption, force, material handling, and repetition. The results were classified according to a green, yellow, and red color shaded scale representing the level of MSD risk. Green indicates the minimal risk, yellow indicates the moderate risk, and red indicates the high risk. This method is applied to assess the level of risk for each ergonomic criteria in all work at all workstations. The final workload score of each workstation is determined by the numbers of colors on the ergonomic criteria based on the parameters. And the results of this method are used as the parameters for the mathematical model to make decisions about job rotation schedules. Then we need statistical analysis to calculate the numerical score for each color to solve the mathematical model. And this is the process to find the numerical score for each color. And the results are score for green is 1, score for yellow is 1.57, and score for red is 2.67. And this is the data collection using assessment. The assessment is carried out in a workload evaluation matrix consisting of all jobs and all workstation in assembly line. One of the experts conducted the general assessment based on each workstation consisting several jobs. And this is the results of the evaluation. We can see that this is the final score for workload for each workstation. There are 38 of them. And this is the results of the data processing regarding the total cumulative workload received by workers at each workstation without job rotation. This is that from this table, we can see the actual cumulative workload for each operators calculated by totaling the actual workload from the jobs that are assigned to each operators. And from this table, we can see there are imbalance workload between operators, where some of the operators get high workload and some of them get the low workload. And then for the capability, this is the operator capability matrix, where the Y indicating that the operator is able to do the job and the N is the opposite. And for the model formulation, this is the mathematical model was developed using parameters and variables formulated by objective function and constant function. This is the model parameter. And this is the decision variable. And this is the objective function. The objective function shown in the above equation is used to balance the physical workload. The goal is minimizing the standard deviation of the cumulative workload received by operators. And this job rotation, this objective function ensures that the job rotation models results in a job assignment with a balanced workload. And this is the equation to support the objective function. The first one is the equation for totaling the workload for each operators, and the second one is to find the average value for the total workload of each operators. And this is the constant function. There are some constant functions that are used in this model. And this is the optimization process. The optimization was done using Lingo 17 software by translating the mathematical model into programming language that can be run by Lingo software to perform a solver with parameters, variable, objective that have been formulated. After the optimization is finished, we can get the results, and this is the results from the optimization, resulting in a new sequence of job for each operators with a balanced total cumulative daily workloads. And then the tail checks are carried out to ensure that all the specified constraints have been met. And for analyzing the results, we're comparing the actual workload with the optimized workload. And from these results, we can see that this job rotation model has succeeded in varying the sequence of jobs for each operator according to the capability matrix, making the operators who previously exposed to high workloads balanced with operators who previously exposed to low workloads. And then no assignment of work session with the same general evaluation of high workload and high economic criteria sequentially to one identical operator. And then from this comparison figure, we can see that the workload are balanced. The physical workload is evenly distributed among operators with previously significant variation across workstation now being balanced with a decrease in standard deviation from 10.73 to 0.32. And for the conclusion, the first one is the mathematical model succeeded in designing a job rotation model for designing the optimal assignment of jobs for each worker by considering ergonomic aspects that fit the real conditions in the efficient time frame. And second one, ergonomic constraints are applied to avoid assigning work session with general evaluation of high workloads at the same high criteria in sequence into the same operator. And then a decrease in standard deviation from 10.73 to 0.32 prove a decrease in variation in workload between operators, so that the physical workload has been distributed equally between the operators. And then variation in the order of the job for each operator have been successfully carried out to overcome repetitive work and significant difference in workload, which are the rest of MSD. And then the results of job rotation succeeded in making operators who previously had a high workload in one day be balanced with operators who previously had low workloads. And the balanced level of job rotation optimization results depends on the effective workload identification and operator capabilities related to training aspects. And for the suggestions from the results of the research that has been done, the author suggests several things to be done. Remarks, this research could not claim whether the proposed job rotation model will reduce MSD symptoms among operators in manufacturing industry. So, conducting further research suggested to prove the impact of job rotation on reducing the incidence of MSD disturbance rate on operators with an empirical and quantitative method. And then, we also suggest to conducting objective data collection and further development of mathematical models in order to describe the actual conditions with better and more optimal results. And this is the reference that I use for this research. Thank you. And this is the end of my presentation.
Okay, thank you, Pak Hilman, for the interesting presentation. So I will open the discussion. Okay, this is the from Pak Jehospat. I'm sorry, but this is going too fast. Can Mr. Hilman please slow down a bit?
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. So I will open the discussion. Maybe Pak Jehospat has question. So Pak Hilman, in your research here, you are doing ergonomic assessment also, right?
Yes.
But in what kind of ergonomic assessment that you are dealing here? Because sometimes in assembly line, there are heavy, especially this is in truck, right? Mm-hmm. So sometimes for the heavy machinery, you are the consideration here about the workload here is this what you are meaning in the ergonomic aspect?
In my research, the ergonomic aspect is used to make quantitative scoring for workloads because to make optimization for for the job order, we need to quantify what is the score, the quantitative score for each workstation. So the ergonomic aspects are used to as the method for make a quantitative scoring for the workloads.
Okay, thank you. So I have a question from Pak Jehoshaphat. From what I can see, the study aims to create a better job rotation to minimize the risk of muscular disorder due to repetitive work. However, wouldn't this reduce productivity if said person is more proficient than others? And will there be a possible compromise to minimize risk while maximizing productivity? And furthermore, what can be said of sweatshop where operator safely is largely disregarded? Okay, Pak Hilman.
Okay, so for this research, we can see that for the assembly line, optimally, especially in the mass production, there are some method there when some company are using the same process for each operators. But there are the problem in my research because the monotonous work and the repetitive tasks are the risk for MSD. There are the problem that I am to solve. And this problem is some companies it doesn't aware of. So my research aim to solve the problem by minimizing the risk by rotating the job, because it will reduce the MSD risk. But for the productivity aspects, I have considered the workers capability. So the rotation model is are done based on the capability of the workers. So it will not assign to the worker that cannot done the job. So that's why I'm considering the operator's capability to rotate the job, because that will affect on the cost of training and cost if the company is must rotate to all the jobs, all the workers.
Okay, thank you, Pak Hilman. Is there any question from the participant here? Okay, this is question from Professor Murata. Thank you for your presentation. It takes times for getting multi-skills for job rotation. Please tell me your opinion to overcome it. Pak Hilman.
Okay, from my experience in my research object, to overcome the difficulties on getting multi-skills job is we can overcome it with rotating the job rotation in the same job family. For example, in the pre-assembly line and the post-assembly line, we can see if there are some jobs that we can group up together. Let's say putting chairs and putting doors. Example, there are the same families of job where the operators are putting the object. Nah, to overcome if the companies are not willing to make a training for the operators, then the solution is instead of making the operators to do all the jobs, then we can overcome it by rotating the jobs for the same job families that the operators can do the job without many trainings furthermore.
Thank you, Pak Hilman. Okay, I didn't see any further question. So thank you, Pak Hilman, for the presentation. Thank you all participants for your attention and attending this seminar.